Well, an ethics group has filed a complaint against Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz over her extended employment of a Pakistani IT worker, the one who was arrested recently and charged with bank fraud after trying to flee the country back to Pakistan. The Foundation for Accountability and Civic Trust, FACT, says Congress should launch an ethics investigation of Wasserman Schultz, who kept Imran Awan on her payroll along with other members of his family, even after he was banned from the House computer system because he was deemed a security risk. Kendra Arnold is general counsel at FACT, and she joins us tonight. Kendra, thanks for coming on. It's a little bit shocking that there isn't already a congressional investigation into this. Why is that?
I agree. This is a bizarre set of facts, and there's essentially two tracks to it. There's the criminal side that has to do with the technology issues and computer security, and then there's the ethics side, which has to do with abuse of taxpayer funds.
Right.
Our group, FACT, is focusing on the ethics side and the abuse of taxpayer funds. Most people don't realize that our House members are also employers, and so they employ people, yet they don't pay them with their own money. They pay them with taxpayer funds. And so there's just a natural human inclination to maybe get lax when you're spending other people's money. But the ethics rules are there to really make sure that they are accountable to the citizens and that they're wisely spending our funds. Some of those ethics rules that came up in this case were that the members have to pay their employees for public work, they have to pay them for work they're actually doing, and they also have to pay them at a rate that's equal to their duties that they're doing, and all three of those were issues in this case.
So there's a lot of money, apparently, that went from the U.S. Treasury through the congressional offices of a number of Democrats to this Pakistani family. $4 million is the number I have seen. You're involved in this more closely than I. That seems really unusual. I've never heard of any IT consultant or group of them getting that much money. Is it weird?
Well, the first thing that we look at is that it is over a large amount of time, but it's my understanding that, for example, with Representative Wasserman Schultz's IT person, that several members pooled together to pay him. And so it is unclear how much work he was doing for each member and whether or not he was paid appropriately and whether that rose to a level that was much too high for the amount of work being done.
So why couldn't you get, I mean, these are simple questions. Why did you keep this guy on the payroll even after he was barred from House computers, which seems to me, by definition, would make him useless as an IT consultant? Why is it so hard to get an answer to that question?
You know, that is one of the most intuitive things. If you can't use the computer system, it's very doubtful that you would be a very effective IT consultant.
Yeah.
And I think those are valid questions for the citizens to get the answer to. We haven't heard anything from Representative Wasserman Schultz on this that's really explains what the heck is going on here. But it is concerning because even back in March, a couple other House members did fire him at the time. It was still afterwards, but it was after he was barred from the system about a month later, yet she continued on. And so that's what's especially concerning here is she was aware of the issues, yet she continued to pay him for those months. And it really wasn't until he was arrested and everyone was fully aware and it was public, being reported on widely, that she actually then went ahead and fired him. We think the citizens deserve an answer to this, and that she should be forthcoming with us.
Well, sure. I mean, this guy had access to a lot of apparently classified information. If you're worried about foreign tampering with our politics and government, this seems like a good place to start. Kendra, thank you for explaining that to us.
Thank you.